Welcome to the Singer's Toolkit, the podcast where host Antonio de Lillis shares his expertise and knowledge on all things singing. Join us as we explore the world of singing, from the science behind the voice to the artistry of performance. Whether you're a seasoned pro or just starting out, this podcast is the perfect resource for improving your vocal skills and taking your singing to the next level.
Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're taking a deep dive into something super important for singers, but it honestly doesn't always get the attention it deserves.
Yeah, you're right. Articulation can sometimes be a bit overlooked, but honestly, it can make or break a performance. We've got this really great handout here all about articulation exercises, and honestly, I think there are some golden nuggets in here.
Absolutely. So, how does this handout define articulation? Because I feel like a lot of people might just think it's like pronouncing words clearly, but is there more to it than that?
Oh, for sure. It goes way deeper than just basic pronunciation, yeah. You know, you don't want to be mumbling, but you also don't want to sound like you're over-enunciating every single syllable. It's about finding that sweet spot. What's considered good articulation can even depend on what kind of music you're singing, you know?
Oh, yeah, totally. Like an opera singer will articulate differently from, say, a pop singer.
Sure, exactly, yeah.
Okay, so the handout spends a lot of time talking about vowels. So can you kind of break down, why are vowels so important in singing?
Well, think about it. You're holding those vowels out for way longer when you're singing compared to just talking.
Right.
If your vowel sound isn't super clear to start with, all that extra time just makes it even more obvious if there's, any muddiness.
Yeah.
It's like those singers where you're just like, I can't even tell what words they're singing. It's just like, sound.
Exactly. It's so true.
So yeah, nailing those vowels is super crucial, and, the foundation of all English vowels are these 5 primary vowels, A, E, I, O, U.
Right.
Practicing scales and just any vocal exercises using these vowels, it can really help a singer, I think, develop a solid resonance. You know what I mean? Like a consistent resonance across their entire vocal range.
So basically mastering those vowels is like the foundation of good singing technique.
You got it, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's interesting to note that vowels have different qualities, like they can be bright or dark.
Oh, interesting.
And, the handout gives the example of the A in cat being brighter than the O in thought. Subtle, but really important. It even mentions the IPA, those phonetic symbols for those who like to get technical.
I never really thought about vowels like that before. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've talked a ton about vowels, but what about consonants? Are they as important when it comes to, articulation?
Oh, 100%. Just as important, especially when we're talking about articulation exercises. So the thing is, the transition between vowels when you're practicing, these exercises, it needs to be as smooth as possible.
Okay, tell me more about these smooth transitions. This sounds important.
This is where that inner articulation that we talk about comes in.
Got it.
So it's all about those precise movements, with your tongue, lips, even your soft palate that's like the back part of the roof of your mouth.
Okay.
To create those really clean and effortless transitions between sounds. It's like almost a secret choreography happening inside your mouth. Huh.
That's a great way to put it. It's so true, though. You can be hitting all the right notes, but if you're not articulating well, it almost feels like the music is missing something.
Yeah, for sure. Think of it like this. Imagine singing like a really long, beautiful note.
Yeah.
If your articulation isn't clear, it takes away from that beauty. But if you really focus on those details, those tiny movements, honestly, your singing can just go to a whole other level.
So we really got into it today, all about articulation and especially the importance of those smooth vowel transitions.
Yeah.
I learned a lot. I don't know about you.
Me too. Always learning.
And for everyone listening, think about, your favorite singers. How do they use articulation to bring out the emotion in their songs? How do they use it to, tell a story? It's amazing when you really pay attention.
Yeah, so much to learn from the greats.
And if you want to keep digging deeper, we've got the full handout linked for you. Thanks for joining us for another deep dive.
See you next time.
Thanks for joining us on our podcast. We hope you found our content insightful and thought-provoking. Before we go, we'd like to thank all our listeners for their invaluable support. If you enjoyed our podcast and want to contribute to its growth, please consider making a donation via PayPal to delillisantonio@gmail.com. That's D for Delta, E for Echo, L for Lima, I for India, L for Lima, L for Lima, I for India, S for Sierra, A for Alpha, N for November, T for Tango, O for Oscar, N for November, I for India, O for Oscar @gmail.com. Thank you so much for listening.